There are two methods of dart manipulation. There is the slash and spread method and the pivotal transfer method. Each method is equally as important, and you will use both methods when you're manipulating your pattern for fit or style. Now, I have found that most of my pattern making students find that the slash and spread method is easiest to understand. So here we have our mini scaled block pattern. This is the front bodice that we're going to be using to show you this slash and spread method of pivoting darts. And what I wanted to outline here is all the different places that you can actually transfer your bust darts to. So there are some really basic or normal ones that you'll see very often. The first one here is called the neck dart. This is called the shoulder dart, so it's extending from the midpoint between the neck point and the shoulder point. This one here is called the armhole dart. This is the side bust dart, which of course our block already has. This position here is called the French dart position, and this lower dart here is our waistline dart. So all of these that I've marked here are really valid positions where you can actually rotate all of your darts too. And sorry, I just missed this one, and you can actually create a dart right here at the bust line that extends from center front to the bust point. So I want to demonstrate this slash and spread method. So what we're going to start out with is using this little block here to transfer the position of this dart, side bust dart here, to the neckline dart. So right now we don't have any darts here at our neckline, but we do have one at our side bust. So what we're going to do is transfer this dart to this position. So what I've done is I've created a couple of slash lines. All dart rotations on the front bodice must extend at the pivot point of the bust point. So you must always extend your dart legs to the bust point in order to do this correctly. And the next slash line that you're going to create is the one that goes from your neckline position, wherever you want it to be sitting on your neckline, to the bust point. And in order to transfer this bust dart to this position, you're going to slash your pattern up along each of those slash lines and create a pivot point here at the bust point. So you can see that I've actually done that here already. This means that since I've created a pivot point at the bust point, I can now pivot my pattern around to make sure that I can close this side bust dart to create the volume that I need here at the neckline to create the dart there, or to move the dart there. Now once you have that, you can secure this old dart closed because we've moved that dart to the neckline. Okay, so let's do another one. The next one we're going to do is the shoulder dart. So we're going to actually take our bust dart here and move it to this shoulder line position. Okay, so here we have our front bodice once again, and what I've done once again is created my slash lines. So this is where I want my new dart to be, which is going to be extending from the midpoint of the shoulder, and I'm going to be closing this side bust dart in order to move that up to where I want it to be. And what I'm going to do now is shift that dart close. And because I've created my pivot point here, it's now going to open a dart volume here at the shoulder line. Now once I do that, I can close my dart and I can just secure it in position. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is we're going to create a dart in our armhole and remove the dart that's at the side bust once again. So here we go. I'm going to create a slash line here that extends from the armhole to the bust point. I'm going to take my new dart leg that goes from the original dart leg area here at the side that extends to the bust point. My pivot point is at the bust point. And once again, I only need to slash down one dart leg because I'm going to close this dart to make those two dart legs meet each other, and it will automatically open to create a dart at the armhole. Secure that closed and I have an armhole dart. Okay, so we're going to change things up just a little bit on you here. What I'm going to create is what we call a French dart. So what I want to do for a French dart is actually eliminate both the waist dart and the side bust dart and put all of the extra volume here in the French dart position. So what I'm going to do is create 3 slash lines this time. I'm going to create, of course, I'm going to be drawing those 2 lines that extend from the dart volume or the dart legs here to the bust point. I'm going to do the same for the waistline dart. So once again, extending your dart legs to make sure that they meet the bust point. And then my 3rd dart leg is going to be the new position of this dart volume. So what's essentially going to happen is we're going to be adding 2 dart volumes to this one position. So I'm going to just close that dart. So again, the 2 dart legs meet. And I'm going to secure that one closed. And you can see already, I do already have a French dart, but I also have a waistline dart. And what I want to do is eliminate this one as well. So what I can do is, again, just make those 2 dart legs meet at the contour here. And you'll see here now that I've actually added both of my dart volumes to this one French dart. So I've got all my dart volume and bust fitting in this one French dart. Okay, for this exercise, we're going to be moving both of those dart volumes to the bust line position, extending at center front here. So again, we're going to have 3 slash lines because we're moving 2 of the darts and we want to move it to another position. So once again, I have my slash line coming from my dart leg to the bust point of both the side bust dart and the waistline dart. And I've got another one here, and of course the position where I want to move these bust dart volumes to. So once again, I've slashed up and left a hinge here at the bust point. If I pivot this one closed, it's going to open there at the center front. And I want to eliminate this bust dart volume as well. So I am going to again make those 2 dart legs meet at the waistline. And you can see here that I've transferred all the dart volume to the center front area. Here we have all of the lovely exercises that we've just completed using the slash and spread method. So our next step is going to show you how to use the pivotal transfer method to create many of these styles. So we're not going to go through all of them, but I'm going to show you how to do the pivot method to create these different dart positions. So let's try to create the shoulder dart using the pivotal transfer method. So we're going to be moving this dart here to this position. And I'm going to start by tracing my block at the position where I want to move my bust dart to. So I'm going to move it to the shoulder line. So I'm just going to make a little cross mark here showing the position where I want my dart to go. And then I'm going to trace around my block. So starting at that point, going around along the shoulder line, the neckline, the center front. And I'm going to just put my pencil in that little notch I created for the bust line. And I'm going to continue around till I get to my waist dart. You're going to see on this slash and spread method, we didn't do anything with this dart. We kept it exactly the same. So I'm just going to trace that dart in exactly as is. So I've got my little dart point there marked and my 2 dart legs. Make sure that you indicate those. And I'm going to go around the block until I meet the dart leg that I want to close. From there, I'm going to put my pencil in the bust point. So I can just put it right into that little dot. I want to make sure that I do mark my bust point. So put your pencil in that little hole so it marks. And then you're going to use your pencil point and you're going to use it to pivot your dart close. So now I'm going to pivot my block until I meet the other dart leg. And then once I'm there, I can continue tracing the rest of my block. And don't forget that armhole notch. And I'm going to stop tracing where I wanted to move that bust dart to. So what you're going to see when I move the block over is that I have created a lovely little pattern where I can fill in the blanks here. So I'm going to draw in my waist dart. I'm going to draw in my bust line. My bust point is right here. Here's my bust line position now. And now I'm going to finish off that shoulder dart. So I'm going to be drawing my lines extending from the bust point to where those opening marks were. So you're going to see here now that these 2 patterns now look exactly the same. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.